Welcome. I am very late on this, but welcome to Season of the Wish. New season, and I'm ready to start it. That's gonna last 6 months. I'm very late because I got delayed by a few things. Also, myself is the reason. Let's see. I think the plan is to do this sometime either tomorrow, late tomorrow, or not late, Wednesday, even. I'm gonna switch to Genshin, because there is an event that I want to do on a stream, and then back to Season of the Wish, and then eventually, depending on how things go, I'm gonna try to start Miles soon. I'm going to try. And then during the months that nothing is happening in this game, definitely gonna try some other stuff too. Like I said, mainly Miles. Get back to doing God of War stuff. Get back to doing Yakuza stuff. I'm not promising anything because I don't know if I will find the time. It really depends on what this Into the Light. I might as well speak this while it's loading. But they announced Into the Light, which I am very curious of what that is, and my interest is peaked on it. Maybe some more backstory. I don't know. Also, this season got me peaked as well. Her interest peaked as well. Let's see. Side note, that's not Destiny related. Iron Brain is next week. Holy shit. If you're a wrestling fan, I'm briefly gonna bring this up. But holy shit, the wrestling has been eating good. Same with Godzilla, people. First, Randy Orton is back. Second thing, CM Punk is in WWE again. Like, what? It is so last minute, it's crazy. And then Godzilla fans. -1 seems to be doing very good right now. And then we have Godzilla X Kong coming early 2024. Like, that looks like it's gonna be something. Jeez. I lost my mind, by the way, when I was watching Survivor Series live. I lost my mind when CM Punk returned. Also, like always, everyone has the seasonal armor on. Well, we will be continuing as my Warlock for a little bit. We'll flip-flop with the other two soon. There's something else I was gonna check. And now I'm like blanking on it. But yeah, let's get into Season of the Wish.
The dreaming city. An awoken stronghold beyond the reach of any outsider. Such was my wish. Granted by Riven, the last Ahamkara, who bargained only with me, until my city was invaded. first by the Taken King, and then the Witch Queen. Riven struck new bargains with them, and with her dying breath, she granted a wish that laid a curse upon the Dreaming City. But Savathûn is shrewd and clever. In secret, she inscribed her true wish on the wall that governs the terms of Riven's pact with me. A wish to pursue the Witness. Only Riven can open the way. Riven, whose heart was torn out by Guardians. My Techeuns assembled to conjure her spirit now. We shall make Savathûn's final wish, and hear Riven's final price.
I have done Last Wish, so I know. And I'm trying to remember the other things. There was something else that was in that I remember doing. Oh yeah, that wasn't... Why was that just a random, like, Season of the Hunt Titan?
Guardian, my Techeuns are preparing a spell to conjure Riven's spirit so that she can grant Savathûn's wish. However, the Vex of the Soul Divisive have laid siege to the Keep of Voices in an attempt to halt our efforts. I must call upon you to defend the Dreaming City once again. Petra and Crow will guide your path.
The cast of characters is very interesting for this season. It makes sense, but it's very interesting. I think this is part of the raid.
Apologies
Yes.
for not rolling out the red carpet. I've been preoccupied.
Haven't we all? What's our situation?
The Techeuns evacuated the keep with Riven's heart. The Vex have since fortified their position.
Then let's cut them down and take back what's ours.
Oh, I like the mini-map. The way that Awoken are like lined up is cool. This is like a section in the raid. This is, I believe, where you fight an ogre. Like a taken ogre, I think. Seems like taken stuff is still around here. Also, they did a... People thought Cyberpunk was gonna be the collab they do, but no, they done a collab with The Witcher for the seasonal armor. Oh, then, that doesn't look good. Also, I'm gonna also take that time during the weeks that nothing are happening to finally catch up in the Lightfall stuff that I haven't done, like the Dark quests. Also, previous season stuff. Even though those will be super late, and story-wise won't make sense because there's something in this season that's part of Season of the Riven. Not Season of the Riven. Season of Defiance? I'll show it in a minute when we're in the helm. But there's something there that basically was mentioned in Season of Defiance. In those quests, mainly. Also, shoutouts to the returning Dragon's Breath. I have it already. I think I have it on my hunter at the moment, though. I don't. Let's see. Can't shoot those yet. Can't shoot those yet either. These ones? Oh wait, it's literally telling me what I need to do. I think one of these doors you actually see in like the... I think we actually go through the door that's in the Tangled Shore at some point. Because there's like a Dreaming City looking door there.
A good start, but there are more Vex gathered around Riven's remains. The Techians need a fragment of those remains to cast their spell.
A spell to conjure Riven's spirit. Are you sure about this, Petra?
I'm sure that I trust my queen's judgment.
Oh yeah, they should be all good now. Or not all good, but they should be in a better place now. Also, I thought I could go... I thought that was a portal. Petra and Crow and Mara should be all in a better place now. In terms of, not really, like, relationship and, like, yeah. Especially at the Season of Defiance and stuff. Oh yeah, this is where you got your loot from the raid. If, shoutouts to anyone, or all the people that got 1,000 voices, I still haven't gotten that exotic yet. Also, I've been to the Wish Wall a few times. Technically have to during the Dawning to deliver Riven's cookies to her. I think I showed that. All these places we're going are part of the raid. Also, one thing I want to go back and apologize for is my first part of Beyond Light, because Beyond Light, in the first part of it, I didn't really do much. It's literally the second part is really where I started doing stuff. But, or not. I guess that works too.
Time to visit Riven's corpse. A shame I wasn't around to see the killing blow.
We never should have done it. She set a trap and I walked right into it. My desire for vengeance blinded me to her schemes.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, Savathûn. See, they seem to be already on common ground. Crow's mentioned. I didn't get this cutscene, sadly, because I logged in when I thought nothing was happening, but when Crow was revived, yeah. The reason Aldrin went insane in the first place, or one of the reasons, is because of Riven and Savathûn. Like, the voice of Riven, like, tricked him into releasing her, I think, from her cage. Because he thought that was Mara talking to him. God, it's been a while.
Whatever they're doing, you'd better put a stop to it.
I haven't done Last Wish in a long time, too.
That got their attention. Don't let them near Riven.
What's left of her? Oddly enough, I don't remember her boss arena being this big. Like, the place where you actually kill her at is like a different spot, I believe. Unless she retreats to this spot, and I just don't remember it since it's been a while since I've done Last Wish. Oh shit.
That's the last of them. Retrieve the fragment and bring it to the chamber. I'll hail Queen Mara.
Okay, I want to bring up a few things. I think this might actually be the final... Again, it's been so long since I done Last Wish, I don't remember... I think this is actually the boss arena, because she comes out of all these different holes. Riven comes out of all these different spots, and you can kill her through. Shouts to the sword strat during that time. They let shit grow all over her body. Yeah, the sword strat, basically, you get like a sword that does whirlwind. The spinning move. And... just attack her hand. Her front claw. Ooh. Also, you do shoot out her eyes. As a thing that happens. And so why her eyes look like that. Before I do that, I want to see how far you can go into her mouth. Okay, never mind. There's a taken barrier. It looks like a taken barrier or some type of barrier that... Because for some reason, her mouth leads all the way to her heart. I know that's technically true in a human body sense, but it's kind of weird because she has like no organs surrounding her heart in the raid. Also, we're grabbing her tooth. Ah. So I thought that was her eye lighting up. It's apparently this light. Let me guess, I can't damage. Yep. I have to run. Because for some reason you can't damage this one lowly Hydra. Okay, never mind. It's more than just a Hydra. Eat it. Okay, there's more. This is also part of the... Oh, wow. I just realized. So this is the final gauntlet you run through. This area that I'm running through right now, you have to run from this, like, impending darkness to get to the room where the statues are again. With the heart. And that's what you do, and then when you get to the reward room, which is the room I'm dropping
Guardian. Deliver what my Techeuns require, and they will open a portal to the Wall of Wishes as they begin to conjure Riven.
Yeah, you basically drop down here with the heart and then place it, and then they crystallize it or whatever. Also, there is a... I forgot the path you take to get to the Wall of Wishes. But I definitely got there and did the wish to teleport straight to Riven.
Your deep sight will reveal Savathûn's wish. Once Riven grants it, we can at last pursue the witness.
Oh, I thought that was a cutscene. It'd be funny if this door... this is not the door that leads to the Tangled Shore, but it'd be funny if it was. Also, I swear this was a different... There's a... yeah, that door is supposed to be open, technically.
Hear me, Riven. Savathûn's final wish, inscribed in secrecy, has been invoked by the Guardian. Grant it now, and feast upon the difference between desire and reality.
Such a long slumber. Such a rude awakening. Grant the Witch Queen's final wish, you say? I refuse.
Excuse me? Shit, I forgot something.
Leave us.
I don't think we're in this scene anyway.
Queen Mara, what a joyous reunion.
For what reason do you refuse to grant the wish?
Why would I, O Majesty mine? Lest you forget, I am dead, as are the rest of my kind. The Vanguard made sure of it. I need no reason to refuse your wish, only a reason to grant it. What could you possibly offer to entice my cooperation? It wasn't enough for your champions to slay me, but then you saw to the destruction of all my eggs. Well, not all of them.
Like the one in Savathûn's spire?
One of many, hidden within my lair, away from your vengeful eyes. But if you were to secure them, on my behalf, then you would also secure your heart's desire.
And ensure that the Ahamkara live to terrorize us once again. Very well, Riven. We have struck a bargain.
This should be interesting. Also, I don't remember her having those neck tendrils. I honestly don't remember if I destroyed her eggs with Wish Ender. That's how you destroyed them, by the way. I think I did, because I think you had to for the catalyst, and I think I do have the catalyst. The Taken eggs, specifically. Oh, this should be good. Also, I'm pretty sure the portal was not on that side of the Traveler. It was like on the opposite side. Like, opposite to the Earth, I should say. Oh, hey, Mara. So, Mara is in two spaces again. Or not again, but this is the second time, like a character, or third time a character is in two spaces at once. Crow during Beyond Light's year, and now Mara this year, and I think Petra also during Forsaken. Because Mara here is also still at the farm if you go to it from Season of Defiance. Before I go and talk to her, though, there's a secret little room under here. That's also a little bit of a reference to the Witcher armor set as well, and some emotes. I'll get to that in a minute. But this is the thing I'm talking about. This is the veil. This was shown to us back in Season of Defiance if you did the Azot quest. I haven't done it yet, but you have to do like, I don't know how many runs to do it. And this shows up at the end, and I believe Mara and Mithrax see it. Hence why Mara has it displayed. This is what it fully looks like. So, yeah. This is the thing that's... I don't know if I'll be able to see it in one run of the Azot quest. But if I don't, I'll link each run in the description of that video when I do it. Because I at least want to do one run of that thing. Because that thing is hard. So doing it multiple times, unlike Hawkmoon, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Also, literally swords that are similar to the Witcher. Bathtub, similar to the Witcher. And considering this is literally under where Mara's sitting, this is Mara's, and it's a Woken based, this is Mara's little home here. Or she made a little, like, relaxation here, because she has her own little dressing table thing. Not dressing table, whatever. Makeup table, I don't know. So this is, so the community has already started making the jokes and memes that this is Mara's bathwater. I'm not gonna jump in it because I'm not a freaking degenerate, but, or I am, but I'm not that much. But yeah, that's Ori all over the place. That means she comes down here when she has alone time. I do like the way this place looks. It's not as awoken as like the last time they took over a wing, but it's similar. Also, she literally made a replica of her throne from her throne world, I believe. That's in the Dreaming City. When you do like the 3rd week and you teleport to her home, which I didn't do all the weeks on stream, but you can find them. I might link them one day. I'll have to go back to a Forsaken part for that, but you literally go in here, or you go into a portal that leads to her throne world, and she has a similar throne in it.
I knew there would be a cost in bargaining with Riven. I did not intend it to be a cost we kept paying all these years later. But now, the Witch Queen's scrolls have confirmed my greatest fear. The curse on the Dreaming City cannot be undone. I've pored over 1,000 possibilities, but the Corsair souls trapped there remain. I won't give up on them. Even with the curse in place, there must be a way to bring my people home. A task for tomorrow, perhaps. All this pain Riven has inflicted, and still we're beholden to her. There must be alternatives to restoring her clutch. The resurgence of the Ahamkara now, taken or not, could be disastrous. The Reef and the last city went to war to stop them before. For now, above all else, we must pursue the witness. I need an operative to finish this bargain with Riven. Force her to enact the final wish. So while I ponder countermeasures, you do what you do best. Carve a path.
Yeah, this is a really risky season. Mara laments the state of the Dreaming City and its curse, laying the blame for it at Riven's feet. It does suck. Gameplay-wise, it makes sense. Story-wise, it does suck that they can't undo this curse. The scrolls we recovered from Savathûn confirmed her greatest fear. The curse is unbreakable. Once granted, an Ahamkara's wish cannot be undone. That's bullshit. Mara dislikes Riven's bargain, but knows we have no other option. She tells us to cooperate with Riven for now, while she thinks of a contingency plan. I think a pop-up shows up when you first enter the game, but I forgot. I'll have to look. Mara dislikes Riven's bargain, but knows there's no other option. She tells you to cooperate with Riven for now, while she thinks of a contingency plan. This should be interesting. Oh, hey. Sorry. Also, I don't know. This is not the same place where you get 1,000 voices, clearly. Because it looks a bit different. And more like... Maybe it is. Or maybe it's a similar room. Because it does look different, so I can't initially tell, especially with Riven being so freaking bright right now. Oh, this is a different spot, because the floor is supposed to be sunken in for the 1,000 voices, like... There's portals here, though, which is interesting. I'm not gonna... Okay, so the seasonal activity. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm probably not gonna get the highest reward on stream, but I'll definitely try to off stream. But yeah, I don't remember her having these tendrils sticking out of her neck during the raid. Also, that's her heart, I believe. Her heart's in this like crystal ball thing, which I believe was a different shape in the raid.
Greetings, O guardian mine. I always knew we could work together. I speak to you now with my true voice. Consider it a sign of trust. The need for deceit has passed. My corporeal death freed me from the Taken curse. My bargain with their king has expired. These Techians strain themselves to conjure my essence. They cannot do so forever. Savathûn's wish will be the last I grant. Mara has made clear the terms of our agreement. Retrieve my last clutch of uncorrupted eggs, and I will uphold my end of the bargain. Obviously, I cannot gather the eggs myself. Instead, I will guide you to them through the holes of my former lair. And beware, Guardian. You may find it a place most unwelcoming.
Also, I forgot to mention this, but when you do the Last Wish raid, she does use other character voices to trick you. This is the first time we're actually hearing her true voice. But people are worried that this season's gonna be like a similar season to some of the previous ones besides last one, where you just get something each week, kind of like a Techian from Lost, the treasures from Plunder. If you look at Bife's video, my name is Bife, he mentions that there's a possibility that there might be a twist, hopefully, halfway through the season. Because Mara did say she's coming up with contingency plans. Also, how long does it take for an egg to hatch? Like, goddamn. Riven expresses delight at working with you one final time. She explains that given the immense reserves of energy required to sustain Riven's spirit, Savathûn's wish will be the last she grants. Also, can't they take a break and then summon her again? Riven tasks you with retrieving her last clutch of eggs from her lair within the confluence, or whatever. I don't know how to say that. Also, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of bullshit that she has more eggs, but I'm not really too worried about it. Also, she's the seasonal vendor. Oh, the sparrow this time. I definitely like the bounty system from last season. Like, I definitely like the last season's setup better than this one. In terms of, like, upgrades and stuff. Which I still need to do. I'll do that off stream, though. Also, they brought back the Vex weapons from Season of Undying. I'm not complaining on that. I like those weapons. I like how you can see God. You can walk through her because of course she's a spirit, so it makes sense. But Jesus. How does this work? I also need to track this quest. Wishing all the best. Your friend's lair completed. Oh yeah, we do get teleported to the Dreaming City, technically. Spirit of Riven, Wing of the Wish, Wing of the Deep, Wing of the Defiant. Yeah, Defiant, that's it. This should say Wing of the Witch in the bottom. Oh yeah, they have a fire team finder now. It's still in beta-ish, but that's cool that we have that now in game. So maybe it'll be easier for people to buddy up and do shit. Because I still need to do, the reason I still have these ships and stuff on is because I still need to do, the Spire on Legendary. So I can get a new ghost. Let me also turn something off real fast because I forgot to do this. Luckily, we weren't in a scene yet, cutscene yet. Also, let me put my more powerful shit on. Also, exotic. Oh shit. That's one hell of an intro. Okay, since it's loading again.
How long it has been.
I think that.
Wait, I recognize this place. How did we get here?
This is not our city. Only an echo.
We built those walls, you and I. Such elegant spires. A beautiful prison. I carved these chambers from those memories. I turned your home against you.
Couldn't you show us a safe way through?
I am dead, Princely. What power lingers here is fixed to its original purpose. But
Princely.
if you wish it...
I think the Guardian can manage.
I didn't see those spikes. Also, freaking Princely. So we're looking for plates back there, apparently. Ah, shit. Ow. Even they don't know where to go. God damn, okay, there's spikes literally everywhere. God damn it. That's bullshit. Oh my god. I'm token. So far this is the 3-player activity.
You'll need soul divisive signatures to pick those locks.
Also, hey Osiris, where did you come from? God damn.
What a pity to see you brought so low. Bargaining for salvation at the behest of the Witch Queen. Desperation makes you brittle prey.
We have endured, and will endure, long after the memory of you fades.
Shit. Damn it. I literally stopped just a little bit too far. I see where the thing is. Unless they already activated that. Got it. Bullshit! I was high enough.
We're not the only ones after this thing.
Let the egg come to harm, and I will owe you nothing.
Where is
Ply your trade, O guardian mine, or fall with what remains of your people, as I did.
I might switch things around. Let go with the stupid thing. I can't even see what's happening. There's so much happening. This is ridiculous.
We're not the only ones after this thing.
Let the egg come to harm, and I will owe you nothing. Ply your trade, O guardian mine, or fall with what remains of your people, as I did.
Oh my god. I literally could not get away. That's stupid. It literally spawned on me. Kill it. Also, I think that he's using Gallon. What the hell? What do you mean detained again? There is so many things going on. What the hell is this shit? What are you supposed to do? I don't get what you're supposed to do. That's such bullshit. What are you supposed to do about getting surrounded by all of these explosive freaking things? I have my strongest gear on, too.
We're not the only ones after this thing.
Let the egg come to harm, and I will owe you nothing.
Like, I'm taking so much damage for no
Ply
reason.
your trade, O guardian mine, or fall with what remains of your people, as I did.
And do what I wanted. Do a finisher. Okay, don't do a finisher. The health was low enough, but no. Finisher icon didn't appear. Yep. I'm switching my weapons. This is ridiculous.
We're not the only ones after this thing.
Let the egg come to harm,
Get it.
and I will owe you nothing. Ply your trade, O guardian mine, or fall with what remains of your people, as I did.
Jesus. Ow. Ow. I literally got caught against the wall.
There's nothing here.
Deceiver! Where have you taken them?
I did not know of your clutch, Riven. This is not my doing.
When the amusement fades, remember, the terms of our agreement are unyielding.
Petra, gather the Techions. If these eggs do exist, we must find them. Quickly.
At once, my queen.
That's slightly annoying. Oh yeah, the Warlord's Ruin. I'll go talk to Ikora later about that. Nestled deep in the mountains of the EDZ, Scorn laid claim to a Dark Age castle containing dangerous relics, and a blitheful vengeance festers in the dirt. Uncover buried histories and lingering grudges within the Warlord's Ruin. The Warlord's Ruin dungeon and domestic difficulty variant are now available for owners of Lightfall Deluxe Edition or the Dungeon Key. Which I have. But I'm not going to do the dungeon itself on stream like the previous ones. Even though they're kinda important, they're also a pain in the ass. Or not a pain in the ass, but like, you know. I haven't really streamed any of that stuff before, so I don't think I'm going to do it now. Survive the Gauntlet. Traverse the perilous pathways of the Dreaming City and uncover the secrets left by Riven. Save the Clutch. Retrieve the lost eggs from Riven's clutch to fulfill your end of a dangerous bargain. Storm the Keep. Enter the Warlord's Ruin and banish the Scorn and Taken from wielding wish magic. There's Arankara bones in that place. Reap your rewards. Overcome the cursed hordes and return with powerful weapons, armor, and cosmetics. What the hell? Interesting. Oh, they redid the Dreaming City weapons too. I believe I have all the my modded stuff on. Yes, I do. Let me actually switch things up one more time. Put that on, and put this on. There we go. Yeah, the extended season actually kind of helps me out because I still need to do some wrap-up stuff for the previous seasons to get the different... one the Exotics, two the different triumphs for the seals.
Bad news, Guardian. I bring word from the Techians. Riven's clutch has dispersed across the ley lines of the Ascendant Realm. They now orbit our reality like comets around a sun. Hopefully not beyond our reach. The Techians are uncertain how this happened, but they've detected a massive surge of paracausal energy across the entire transit system. The residual energy has allowed us to predict each egg's trajectory across the lines. The Techians themselves were once scattered across the lines in kind. Guardians were there to guide them home, and we can secure the clutch using the same strategy. Riven has caused so much strife, and yet we prostrate ourselves to placate her once again. And too many Corsairs will die on this quest to give the Ahamkara a second chance. As I said, we once utilized the ley lines to find the lost Techians. We can use them again. Fight your way into the Blind Well and reroute the lines through Riven's lair. We'll prepare landings for the clutch as best we can.
Oh yeah, they brought back the Blind Well, which I'm not opposed to. It's cool that they're bringing that back. Petra briefs you on the Techians' findings. The eggs have been cast adrift on the ley lines of the Ascendant Plane and now orbit your reality like comets around a sun. The Techians don't know how the eggs were cast into the ley lines, but the Techians' knowledge allows them to predict each egg's trajectory. Just as Guardians once aligned the ley lines to find Mara's lost Techians, you must use the Blind Well to reroute the ley lines through Riven's lair to catch the eggs as they get close to your reality. I really hope it's not 2 runs. I mean, I will deal with it if it is, but in a way I don't want to do 2 runs. It does suck you can't just straight up teleport to this thing. Or you can, I guess. I forgot you could do that. Also, you can ask on the launch screen before you launch an activity, you can access your vault now in orbit, which is amazing. Still will use a third-party app though, i.e. Ishtar Collective. Or Ishtar, I think it's just called Ishtar. For both Destiny 1 and 2. And DIM for the other account. wonder if Vex are gonna spawn in this now. I don't think they will, but who knows. This is off the words, not gonna lie. Tier 3, thank God. People are smart enough to do tier 3s now. Alright, grab the freaking ore. So many explosions. That's bullshit that they didn't take any. That thing didn't take any damage from what it was doing. Overload time.
Primary wells overclocked.
I think this is the third week. So I should have probably got that down. Considering that's taking. I'm fine with doing well because I don't do it well. God damn, okay. Damn, okay, that servitor really does not hurt me. It's killing me. It's the servitor too, I know. Freaking void blast that I keep getting hit with. I was about to say, where's the health on this thing? Oh, we better hustle. Now. There we go. That was very close to no reason. Usually, it never gets that close. Ooh. Ah, you really do have to do 2 of these, huh? Shit. Oh, they brought back these weapons. Defiant weapons. Odd. Do they have a better secondary than this?
Battle ready. Let's do it.
Okay, I was making sure what these people were doing. I don't know. I believe I did blind well a few times on stream, but I don't know. I don't know if we have to do blind roll all the time, but I kinda hope we don't. It'd be slightly annoying if we did. Definitely gonna try to get back on a consistent, at least 2 streams a week basis. 1 or 2 streams a week basis. Instead of waiting 2 weeks to stream again. All of them. Keep forgetting I don't have the ammo in the shooting right now.
We got a lot of radiation all of a sudden.
I don't even have unstable anymore. I forgot how to completely use the parasite weapon. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to do more than what I'm doing with it, but I completely forgot how to actually use it. Ow. Are you dumb? There.
Nicely done. I'll handle the final calibrations from here. Come on back. We've got an egg to chase down.
I think if you do the bounty, you get more than what I just got, but it's fine. What does this one say? Bow or hand cannon? I do have a hand cannon. Interesting place to have this. I would just have it right here, right here.
Now that the ley lines are aligned, the egg should pass within reach of you. You'll have to hurry. We need you in position when it arrives.
No lines from Riven? Interesting. I may upload this today. Like, this might go live today, or it'll go live tomorrow. I really hope this is not hard. Dude, that would be very stupid.
Scurry through these halls, all you please. The Queen risks your lives, wastes precious time on her hollow promise.
Oh, is it less fun when something you want is at stake?
Petra.
Apologies, my queen.
You know my conditions. Secure every egg, or the bargain is forfeit.
Savathûn knew of the clutch. Did she scatter the eggs on your behalf, or you hers?
I bear no loyalty to the Witch Queen.
You've shared common cause with her often enough.
As have you? Isn't that why you're here?
This is gonna get annoying, isn't it? I hope this is not ridiculously hard as it was when 3 people played it. The only problem is, every time you spawn, you have to avoid those first spikes, which is very annoying.
The Vex have dug in here at the gardens. I never thought I'd see them in the dreaming city.
The Soul Divisive are devoted to the Witness. They are here at its behest. To what purpose, I don't yet know.
Try to delay us. Where are we? I know we're in the lair, but like, aren't we? Like, we're in a portion of the Dreaming City, technically.
The Taken run rampant, leaderless. It seems the Vex want them contained as well.
Right, I had to kill these stupid jack. They also take these take way too long to destroy. Really? This is gonna be so annoying. This is probably my only complaint so far, is this part. Because I already know how ridiculous this is gonna get in the last section. And considering I did this earlier with teammates and that was annoying, I can only imagine doing this solo. How annoying this is gonna be. I don't know what they did, I think I did that wrong. Also, I always hate the ogres that freaking push you back. I really hate those types of ogres because, like, it is annoying. Oh, it does that. That was like a fire blade or some shit.
These pathways, do they extend beyond the Dreaming City?
I never escaped the city. I see no reason you should. Ah, still, when the walls close in, what is there to do but climb?
I have to activate 3 shit. I don't like doing stuff like this solo because it's just annoying. Especially since I'm not good at parkour. And especially when like the roof is literally preventing you from jumping. Also, I hate the fact that you can get ganged up on in this last section. By those explosive
That Hydra.
like I have
sense a core
resistance
of
on,
darkness
and
at
it
its
feels
heart.
like
The
resistance
creature
does not
serves
matter.
as the witness's eyes and ears. Destroy it, and we may yet
it really
obscure
feels
our
like
intentions.
it really feels like resistance doesn't matter. Wrong thing. Oh, I just don't have ammo. Great. was doing that one strike solo back in P1 that I did. I don't like doing that. As I don't like bosses that literally rely on, oh, we're gonna have suicide and kill you. And you have to start over. I like hate that shit. It's not a challenge, it's just annoying. Yeah, look, literally look at the health that already was taken off me because of the bullshit. Like, I'm gonna have to probably get well. Be able to handle this. Oh my god, can everything stop having to reload? Like, apparently I had to reload literally all my weapons. Like, Jesus, give me a breather. Of course he teleported. Why would... Also, I did not expect this to actually work as much as it is, but this strategy is surprisingly working well. Suck it. That was ridiculous. I'm gonna have to use bubble or something. Titan.
The Techians were right. We did it.
Riven isn't the last after all.
If only for the moment, you may yet shatter that truth. It pleases me to know that one egg survives. To know, even in death. A promising start, O guardian mine. Or is it merely bait on the hook?
Jesus. I don't even think we're done yet. I think we still have to do the coil. Where that is. I have fun organizing my vault, that's for sure. With all these, like, new or reformed weapons. Find the Queen's visitors. I wonder what that is. Unless that was technically the coil. No, it wasn't. God. That was very annoying. Interesting.
Tell me, Guardian, does helping Riven sit with you as it does me? She is a blade held in our hand, held too tightly, or trusted not to slip, and it will draw blood.
Airing your concerns to the Guardian as well. Doubt is a useful tool, Queen Mara. Double-edged, is it not?
This wish was crafted by Savathûn. Riven cannot be trusted with it. Has the Veil offered any answers?
My study has yielded many interesting curiosities. I understand how the Witness opened the Traveler, but not yet how to replicate it. I need more time.
I wish we had more, if you'll pardon the phrase. Time would allow me to insulate us from Riven's ulterior motives. But we've left the Witness undisturbed for too long. We must act.
Risk is the thing I've learned should be managed, not provoked.
Riven is risk incarnate.
To follow the Witness, I must reconstruct the bridge it forged through the Guardian's ghost. But the Veil is not a docile subject. Abuse it, and a similar fate suffered by the Dreaming City could repeat on New Muna.
So we bide our time while you seek an answer. Until then, we have a dragon to charm.
Hopefully that didn't, I should have probably waited because it was a little laggy when I came in to the helm, but hopefully that didn't mess up the conversation there for stream wise. Like, I hope when I upload this it's all together and it's not super sped up or anything, or it's not skipped over. I'll have to test it. Because, yeah. Interesting. The Veil stuff, the... Osiris is trying to find an alternate way into the portal, and we're trying to buy, Mara's trying to make alternate plans, just in case if Riven does anything suspicious.
Back from scheming with Mara, are you? Fear not, O guardian mine. I hold no contempt for those who prepare contingencies. In fact, that is what I respect most about Mara. She is wise not to trust me, as I have never trusted her. For ages, Awoken and Ahamkara were both allies and adversaries, each seeking to extract a victory from the other. That is the nature of all bargains, to relinquish as little as possible while securing all you desire. Our bargain is no different. It is not built on trust, but on the knowledge that upholding it will benefit us both. And that breaking it will result in more suffering than you can imagine. We must wait for another egg to drift across the ley lines and re-enter our reality. Continue securing my lair until then. Those who now trespass within it have nothing to bargain with, and are thus of no use to me. You would do well to keep that in mind.
For ages, the Reef and Anakara, Ahamkara were both allies and adversaries, keeping a watchful eye on each other. Riven is aware that Mara does not trust her. It maintains that it's wise not to do so. She doesn't trust Mara either. You have struck a bargain and nothing more. Riven encourages you to clear out the combatants from within her lair while waiting for the next egg's orbit. I think this is the coil stuff. Yep. I don't know if I'll do this in this part, but I might do this in a different part. I see for years that parted us have not dulled your ambitions. Riven's massive form peers down at you in assessment. I admire your willingness to march headlong into the unknown, wherever the path may take you. And there are many pathways through my lair. Surely you're game for a little challenge. Surely you're game for a little challenge. A glittering key appears at your feet. A gift. Spend this once you've proven yourself against our foes. Mara's still not back.
I understand your concern. But if we cannot rely upon the Veil, the Ahamkara is our only option.
Even if it was Savathûn who pointed us at Riven in the first place?
The witness is our priority. We've dealt with Savathûn and Riven in the past.
And now Savathûn is free and Riven is toying with us. I won't end up as a puppet again.
Nor I.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
I fear it too. The experience of watching your body perform a series of actions you would never condone. Of that terrible regret. But that fear won't stop me. Just as I know it won't stop you.
Was any of it real? All that advice Savathûn gave me while she pretended to be you.
At the time Aldrin began his campaign against the Reef, he was already suffering from the Black God's corruption. Riven must have found him an easy victim. One could argue he wasn't fully in command of his decisions. All the same, the impact of those decisions was very real. So, let me ask you this. Did I give you good advice?
Life-changing.
Then hold on to it.
That is very interesting to mention all that. All that stuff that was mentioned there is very interesting. Also, how many primary weapons are there this season? God damn. Like, I honestly forgot all the stuff he said in Season of the Chosen to Crow, so I don't remember that advice. There's a lot of weapons this season. Ooh, there is seasonal... Oh, this... I didn't know this was a fusion rifle at first. I didn't read it. That's why. I honestly forgot this is... Is this the same weapon? Okay, this is the Reef Sword. Okay. Wow, I'm almost done there. I just need arms and head, wow. Prize weapons. That's almost done already. Guess I already got the lore book. Tomorrow will call upon you once again when the Techians have calculated the location of another Anakara egg. Until then, continue to defend Riven's lair against trespassers. I might do this next next time. Spend the lair key by looting the lair chest. Earn highest score as a fire team by collecting wishing glass shards with in lair pathways. Purchase the dragon's gift from Riven. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the coil stuff next time. There's the coil. Let me actually read that again. Because, I don't know what you get for step 2, but that's not, like, the main. I think that may lead to the exotic quest, but I might be wrong. There is an exotic quest this season, by the way. Okay. Let me actually move forward a bit, because Riven's huge, so I want to make sure I get most of Riven in this shot. Now let's do some lore reading, and I'll wrap up. We need not... Palace Forge Prologue. Oh, interesting. We need not see these local administrations as challenges to the Empress's rule, Counselor. Our Counselor Tarun said to the assembled War Council. In truth, they may be keeping the whole fleet from descending into anarchy. I don't give a war beats turd if they are. Balas Tarog. This is treason. We should dispatch a legion to re-establish order. A murmur of agreement bubbled up from the assembled Cabal commanders. Empress Cuddle regarded the handful of holographic lips hanging over the council table. They represented refugees from her sundered homeworld, adrift on massive starships in deep space. The remainder of their entire civilization reduced to a digital specks. I think this is what the... So there was a leak saying the Cabal will be mostly wiped out. And probably won't be, after the final shape, probably won't be a big enemy anymore. Like, besides the Shadow Legion. And I think this is what they mean. Because this is all that's left of the Cabal, and it's mostly on our side now. And what say you, Valis Saladin? We have a saying on Earth. Iron Lord replied. There are 2 ways to move a war beast. With a chunk of flesh, or with your fist. The situation calls for both. The assorted commanders grunted in assent. So it shall be. Tarun, dispatch a shipment of goods immediately, with all luxuries included. If conversation of resources is the pretext for their authority, let us remove it. Gaztarog, you shall be my fist. Send in Exelon to guard the shipment from fallen raiders. Reassert my authority in no uncertain terms. I don't know how to say that, by the way. Exelon? I don't know. Exelon? Empress stamped her foot lightly on the ship's deck. The matter was settled. Very well. Our next item is... The counselor stopped mid-sentence, interrupted by a pleasant ringing octave that seemed to come from the inside of her own head. Everyone in the council perked up. They heard it too. They turned their attention to the closed doorway. Optis Corix? Empress said, her voice laced with concern. Come in. The telepathic tone dissipated. The Scion entered, her lone eye unshielded by a helmet. Gradually, a series of images bloomed in the council's imaginations. The Witness, Portal, Savathûn, Erismorn, Wishing Wall, Spire, Eggs, Anakara, Riven. The room was gripped by tense silence. Keitel had avoided bringing up the Witness thus far because despite their best efforts, the Cabal were helpless to breach the portal. The Empress knew that the resulting feeling of importance made her commanders rash. They were ill-accustomed to dread. At least now they had a path forward. Vanguard has a habit of playing with forces they cannot hope to control. Counselor Da Arak muttered. The fact that we're resurrecting the Hanakara at all is proof they can be controlled. Saladin replied coolly. Or at least eliminated. Ah, yes. Your famed Great Hunt. If I recall, the Mythkeeper. Jeez, these names are ridiculous. Azara? Lessons. You were integral to their extinction. Is that not so? It is. Saladin replied with reluctance. The Anakar were deemed too dangerous to live, so we killed them. Ballast Tharag shrugged impatiently. The Cabal would have done the same. You would have tried. Saladin fired back sternly. And failed. Among the Cabal, only the Scions truly understand the anthem and anthem. The rest of you would have ended up in prisons of your own making. There is nothing the Cabal cannot conquer with or without the Scions. Keitel shot back. Oh. You would do well to remember that, Lord Saladin. Saladin weighed his strategic position. Of course, Empress. He deferred. My apologies. Keitel pushed forward. Tell us some tales of these wish dragons. We would be wise to study our foe. Saladin sighed inwardly. This was not a period of history he gladly recounted. As you wish. Ah. Yeah, I kind of agree with Saladin. They would have probably fell to their own wishes, and it would have been really... Or fell to their own desires, I should say. And it would have been very bad. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. This is the first week of Season of the Wish. I will, of course, cover these week to week. Or try to. And I will try to start... Or after the Genshin thing I do... I will try to start doing some other things other than just Genshin stuff. Like, for example, I'll try to start Miles soon. Do some grinding in God of War. If I don't give up on it. Same with, Kiwami 2. Because I do want to get into the later, Yakuza games. But for now, this is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell if you wish. Hope you all have a good day. See y'all later. Bye-bye. This is one dangerous part.